What's going on, Gut Gang? Brendan here in the kitchen. Just received a box of my coffee that I drink regularly, and you've seen me sharing it with my guests on social media and of course the community. I haven't done an unboxing in a long time, and I just wanted to hop on here and share with you what I'm consuming, also what I recommend to my clients who are enrolling in my various gut programs when I'm working with groups or individuals. So let's do this right away. Open this up. Fresh cuts, as you can see. So what do we have here? This is a little bit more than a normal order, just because I've got a whole bunch of clients that I need to fulfill some orders for them. All right, so first we've got 2 boxes of Royal. The Royal, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just open them all, put them in a nice little row, and then I'll explain to you what they all are. All right, so now let's just do the black. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, 5 boxes of the black. And I've got 1 box of the King Supreme, my favorite. Latte. Woo, I got a lot of flavors here. Mocha. And then last but not least, hot chocolate. Okay. So, if you don't know, this is Organo Gold Coffee. It is infused with reishi mushroom. Reishi mushroom, also known as lingxi, and also known as Ganoderma lucidum. It is touted as one of the most powerful superfoods on the planet. There are a tremendous amount of clinical supporting research and documents all showing the benefits by consuming reishi mushroom. And so what this company has done, they're actually a Canadian-based company out in Vancouver, and they have come up with their own proprietary sort of packaging, processing, agricultural practices, even how they've developed and grown their reishi mushrooms. And what they've done is they've infused them into these beverages. And these ones all here are all made with either arabica or robusta beans, all from South America, different parts. And then obviously the hot chocolate, there's no coffee beans, there's no coffee in here. But all of these, you might be confused. A lot of times people think that like, oh, it's a coffee substitute because it's reishi mushrooms. But no, it is made with actual coffee beans, sustainably sourced coffee beans, and then infused with the reishi mushroom. So I'll just start with this one here. So this is a mocha. This is obviously a little bit sweeter. So there are some sweeteners, non-dairy creamers in here. It's a great combination of black coffee and hot chocolate. So for anyone that wants just a little bit of a sweet treat, they don't want too much coffee, then you can go with the mocha. Then to this one beside, this is their newest blend. This is called Royal, and it is made with the coffee bean as well. I don't know if it's the robusta bean or the arabica bean. Let's see here. No, I don't, it doesn't say. However, if you were to scan this, then it'll actually show you where it was farmed, the farmers, and all that stuff. But this coffee here, it's infused with 3 different types of mushrooms. It's infused with the flowering body of the Ganoderma lucidum, that lingxi, the reishi mushroom. As well, it's also infused with lion's mane, which is very, very good for your brain. It's actually been proven scientifically to help stimulate new nerve pathways in synapses in the brain. So if you know anyone that's dealing with degenerative diseases, whether it's in the brain or even MS for that matter, or PS, or no, Parkinson's PS, they'll do well with this coffee because of the lion's mane. As well, it's also infused with cordyceps. Cordyceps is another type of a fungi mushroom. I don't believe these ones sort of penetrate insects and take over their body. That's a different form of a cordyceps. These ones, the 3 different types of mushrooms in this coffee, all grow on an organic purple corn. That behaves as a substrate. The purple corn donates a lot of the antioxidant properties from the purple corn into the coffee, or sorry, into the mushrooms. And the mushrooms are already superfoods. So they're getting a lot of the beneficial properties and the antioxidants from the purple corn, as well as their existing properties. So this is the Royal. This is also a black coffee. Then moving to the list is black. This is their flagship coffee. This is what put Organo Gold on the map many, many years ago. You may have seen this in a different form of a box. It used to be like black and gold. So this is their bold roast. All it is plain black coffee and the reishi mushroom, the flowering body of the mushroom. It's their most boldest roast. Then moving on, this is their highest premium. That's why they call it King. This is both organic coffee as well as the reishi mushroom. It's also infused with the spores. So the mushroom grows from the ground, and then what it does is it's got these beautiful, huge like caps. That's the top of the mushroom. And then it actually produces spores on top of the mushroom, and it's just like a powder. You could literally like lick your finger and like that, and it's just filled with all of these spores. And the spores are basically like the reproductive organs and the molecules of the mushroom. It's also the immune system of the mushroom. So you get the benefits of the flowering body extract as well as the spores all infused in this coffee. This is also a black coffee, and it is a little bit more of a medium roast. So if you don't like a bold flavor, then you can go with the King or the Royal. I would say, personally, this is the most bold, and then it goes to the King, and then it goes to the Royal in that order. Then there is the Latte. This is for someone with a sweet tooth. It's kind of like a double-double almost. And this is still infused with the reishi mushroom as well. It's got some non-dairy creamers as well as some sweeteners. So this is kind of like a treat. I don't drink this all the time. This one's really interesting. This one's called the Supreme, and it is also infused as well. Again, all has reishi, but it's also infused with Tongkat Ali, which is also known as Uricoma longifolia, and that is a Malaysian ginseng. And if you translate Uricoma longifolia, yes, that's the word, from Malay to English, I believe that means wooden stick. And it's very, very good for libido, for both men and women. Some people in the company, they've even called this a therapist in a cup, just because it's been proven to help with individuals' low sex drive because of the reishi mushroom and the additionally infused Tongkat Ali, right? That Malaysian ginseng. In fact, do I have a bottle here? I do. My Man Up, right here, it's got 2 ingredients, just 2. Shilajit, which is a compounded moss turned into like an oily sap from the Himalayan mountains, and then also Tongkat Ali, also known as Uricoma longifolia. These 2 combined are very, very good for testosterone because it naturally increases DHEA, which then converts into testosterone. Anyways, totally off topic, but it's so cool that this is actually found in this, or this is found in that. How cool is that? So that's why this is one of my favorites. This is made with the robusta bean, so it's got a very roasted flavor, almost like a smoky, flamey, fiery flavor. One of my friends, her name is Sharon, she says that it's like a campfire in a cup. So if you like a really different tasting coffee, then I would treat yourself to the Supreme. It wasn't originally my favorite. In fact, I didn't like it at first. It took me a long time, and then all of a sudden I just started to enjoy it, and it turned into my favorite. So this is a really nice treat. And then finally, this is the hot chocolate. Great for kids, great for anyone that does not want any coffee whatsoever. You can enjoy this at nighttime. One of my mentors, Dr. Bob Rakowski, he was doing a seminar with a whole bunch of doctors and functional medicine experts. And in fact, they hooked up a live blood glucose monitor to someone in the audience, and they put them up on stage, and they had, I think it was the Mocha, and they were watching to see if in fact it would increase the person's blood sugar, and it didn't. Simply because the reishi mushroom offsets the effects of the sugar as well as the caffeine. It acts as a buffer. So that's why reishi is so powerful. And when it's infused in the coffee, you don't get the jitters that you would normally get when drinking a conventional cup of coffee. To my understanding, there's roughly around 80 to 90 to 100 milligrams of caffeine per serving, Whereas a conventional cup of coffee, you're gonna get 100 plus, 100, 110, 120 milligrams of caffeine, maybe even more. This is a luxury coffee. This is far superior than what you're gonna get at Tim Hortons or Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts or anything for that matter, like any takeaway location. This should replace your daily consumption of coffee. You're driving in the drive-thru, you're wasting time in the drive-thru, you're drinking coffee from a paper cup lined with bisphenol A as well as other phenols. And those compounds that you're drinking, every sip, they're leaching into the coffee and they're manipulating your hormones. Those are called endocrine disruptors, also known as xenoestrogens. And with each sip, you're literally poisoning yourself, as well as you're drinking coffee that's been largely sprayed by big agriculture. In fact, there's more than 200 pounds of chemical sprays every crop of coffee beans per sort of annual year, per crop, where you're not gonna get that same sort of poison in this because there's a lot smaller grown. I drink this, I get all my clients to drink this. This is a healthier alternative. I would be doing you a disservice if you're a coffee lover to not share this with you, because this is changing people's lives and it is a tool that you can use to enhance your lifestyle. This isn't going to cure you from your ailments or anything like that, but certainly it's going to move you in a better position moving forward to achieve better health, in contrast to what you're normally drinking, whether it's takeaway or Folgers or anything like that. Pretend this is one of those, I don't know, those coffee makers. You heat it up in plastic, right? Then you've got those little aluminum tins with the individual servings. So now you're getting the aluminum in the coffee, water being heated up in the hot plastic, leaching into there. All of those things add up. And if you're on your path to personal development, if you're on your path to getting healthier, this is a healthier coffee. I've seen so many clients, just by changing their coffee, have a reduction in their heartburn, just because it's not as acidic. In fact, this is one of the only coffees in the world that turns acidic coffee into a more alkaline state. It doesn't make it purely alkaline, but the reishi buffers the acidity. Honestly, take a look, do some research, go to PubMed. You'll see over 2,000 studies all about reishi mushroom and the benefits. So this company has infused the power of the superfood, the reishi mushroom, in this coffee, as well as with the royal, the cordyceps, and the lion's mane, to really supersize your coffee. I'm not asking you to change and completely stop drinking coffee. I'm just asking you to make an upgrade. So here's what I'm gonna do. In the description below, I'm gonna put a link here. You can click on that, order your first box or 2 or 3 of coffee. Get a few boxes, try your flavors, really experiment. Give yourself minimum 30 days to allocate for 1 coffee a day or however many coffees you drink. I guarantee you, you'll see a huge difference in how you feel, how it tastes, how you sleep, how you react to stressors. I guarantee you this coffee will change your life and you'll really enjoy it. So you can click that link. It'll save you 10% on your first order. So that's really cool. They've got shipping all over the world. So it doesn't matter where you are, Canada, States, South America, Europe, it doesn't matter. It will ship to you. And they've got distribution all over the world. So click that link, try it out, and I sincerely would appreciate you trying this, and I guarantee you, you'll really like it. I am going to make myself probably a mocha because it's the afternoon right now, and then I'm gonna get back to work on the computer. So with all that being said, definitely try this coffee out. You owe it to yourself. Reward your curiosity. I sincerely guarantee you will love it and you will enjoy it. And tell you what, if you don't like it, I'll buy the box off of you and I'll even pay for shipping wherever you are in the world, but I guarantee you, you'll love it. So all that being said, hope you enjoyed this video. Hit a like, hit a share. Share this with someone. Share this with someone that likes coffee. Share this with someone that might benefit from making a healthier choice. You would be doing them a disservice if you didn't share them this coffee. I look forward to seeing you sharing or drinking this coffee. Tag me on Instagram or leave a message on YouTube below or Facebook. I want to see what you're drinking. All right, Gut Whisperer out.